Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to this edition of Yorkville Sports. You're in the nest, the Eagles' nest, and I'm your host, Joe Patrick. Well, I got to tell you, that 11U South team, I don't want to shock and amaze you, but they're knocking teams out like Ali beat Frazier. They came up against the Titans this weekend, and you know what they did? They did, quick work of those boys, and we're going to tell you all about that when we return. Also, our 8U team, I don't know if we have a new juggernaut on our hands, but they're doing fine, and we're going to tell you exactly what they did. We had some information sent in to us by our parent liaison, so, we want to tell you exactly what the boys did. We're going to give you that and all the rest of the rundown when we return to the Eagles' nest. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and you're in the nest with me, your host, Joe Patrick. We was hoping to have our friend to the show and my co-host, Clark Wright. He sprained his foot, bad sprain. He was walking around on a crutch, and he had a little wheelie or whatever they call those things, those carts, walking around, rolling around anyway. But maybe we'll get him in next week. Hopefully, if we're still around, we have Rob. Rob is the new guy, the new kid on the block. He's down there with the 8U team doing big things. We call him Mack Truck because, like I said, when he walks in the room, the whole room gets dark. That boy is so big. Anyway, so let's give you the rundown for this week. We're going to skip over the 8U and the 11U South team for now, so we're just going to give you the scores of everyone else. Remember, wins and losses, the scores are really not important, so we're just going to run through this really quick. Our 9U South team, they played the Pride. They lost both of their games this weekend. Boys, just keep your heads up. We have to score a little bit more runs than we have been doing. But, it'll come. It's early in the season, so, let's keep up the work. Our 9U South team, same. We lost both of our games this week. Our 10U South, we lost both of our games this week as well. And the boys are playing well. They're just not getting those runs that they need. So, guys, you remember, swing out. When you come and swing out, pay attention. Just don't be lollygagging around and wanting to throw basketballs and footballs around the gym. Get in there, get your work in, because if you get your work in, you're always going to succeed. And if you don't succeed, you'll come closer. And then the next week, you'll get closer and closer to your goal. So make sure that you're keeping your eyes on the prize. All right, our 10U North team, they split. They lost their first game against Parkchester 5-0, but then they redeemed themselves by getting a 10-5 win. See, that's how you turn it around. So 10U North, good work, guys, good work. Then we have the 11U North team. They dropped both of their games to the New York City Stars. 11U South, we're going to get back to in a minute. We have the 12U team. They played Astoria. They lost both of their games to our 13U team. They played the Titans. 13U played Titans, and they won both of their games. They had a 9-5 win, and the other win, I'm not sure of the scores. It's not giving me everything. It just says one. So that's what the 13U team did. And the 14U team, they split. They played Yorktown. They won the first game 13-3, and then they dropped the second game 10-7. So boys, 13-3, 10-7. Come on, where is the other 3 runs? Why they score so many runs? Doesn't even matter. You know what? Probably they went to sleep. Guys, you have to stay awake. All right, stay awake, guys. All right, get that thing done. Then our 15U team, they played Throsneck. They dropped both of their games. So there you have it. So when we return, we're going to take a short break. We're going to take a look at Alan Newman. Mr. Newman, he's one of the parent liaisons. He's the cameraman. He's actually a producer. He produces films and all kinds of stuff. He films the 11U South games every week. So let's just take a quick snapshot as to what that was all about. All right? Here, watch this.
Beautiful day, and looks like a competitive team. So let's get the game face on.
No.
Hey, go! Nice! Yeah, Josh! Nice, Josh!
That boy, Josh.
Nice.
Hey, that's Stingy! Yeah!
He dropped that. Yeah.
There you go, Aaron. Face it, kid! There you go, Will! Base hit, Will! There you go, kid! Yes! Yeah!
Okay, folks, we're back, and now we want to tell you about our 11U South team. This is our championship 11U South. That's Clark Wright, the Diesel. I call him the Diesel, Big Diesel. And we have Nick Hazenberg. Those are the coaches. Sexy, Big Sexy. Hey, Sexy. You know, I see you out there, guy. You know, you got to come in here and talk to me one Friday. In fact, maybe he'll even be here in a little while. But you see, we can't wait for you. We got to keep going because the show must go on. So anyway, the 11U South, they played the Titans, one of those other Titans teams, you know. And I have to tell you, the Titans are supposed to be bigger than the Guards. You know, they were supposed to be like that, the it guys up there, you know. But what did we Eagles do? We flew up there and yank, 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 yank. You know what we do with these talents, right? You know what we do with these talents. And I mean, we shook them boys up. In the first game, our 11U South won a close one, 5. In fact, both games were close. They won 5-4 in the first game. And in the second game, they won 8-7. But from what I understand, it was a come-from-behind victory. So, you know, the Titans thinking that they were going to get things their way and everything, and then here comes the boys. You know who you are, guys out there. You know, the boys put the smack down on them. I thought we was watching WWF or something like that. Flip him, slap him, flip him, rub him down. Oh, yes, we won the game. And in the end, our boys were celebrating. Their boys, you know, I don't know, they'll come back again. You know, we got to see those boys again. So, hey, listen, let's not take anybody for granted. But for right now, Eagles are bigger than Titans, and that's all that matters, you know. So good job, boys. All of the boys. I know I'm going to see you guys here at Swing Out later on. But good job, Nick and Clark. You know, just keep up the good work. The boys are that's a phenomenal group. They have a phenomenal group of parents that are behind them. Everyone is involved. Hey, you know, if you want to learn something, you should come in and watch their swing outs and see how devoted, how relaxed they are, and how they all stay focused on their game plan. And then they go out and they execute. So that's what it's all about. It's all about executing the game plan. All right, now we have our young guys. We have our 8U division. We don't have a North or South because there's only one 8U division. And here, just like Clark Wright's team, the boys are 11 now. This 8U team, some of them have been together in the fall. They were together in the fall, and they didn't fare so well. You know, they played some good games. You know, they had some ups, they had some downs. You know, they retooled, got a couple of new players and so on and so forth. And I have to tell you, they got a new coach. And with that new coach comes a winning some winning ways. Hopefully, this is going to be a good winning tradition for us. And that's Rob. Rob, you know, I don't even know Rob's last name, but when Rob comes in, you're going to tell me all that. But I just call him Mack Truck because, like I said, Rob, a big guy. I mean, you know, he's strong, and you know his team is playing strong right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? You know who we have here? Rob Davis. Rob Davis is the coach of the new, well, not really the new, but the 8U team. I mean, you know what? Don't even call him Rob. You know what you call him? You call him Mack Truck because that's what he is. He's as big as a Mack Truck, and so is his team. Yeah, Rob, Mack, welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
All right. So tell me, you took over the team this spring.
Yes, it's
all right. So how's it been working with these young group of boys?
It's been pretty awesome. I mean, I didn't know any of them when the season started. When we started in the winter in the gym, throughout the winter, I saw them getting better. I saw them improve, and I really didn't know exactly how we were going to be. I mean, I thought we had a good core base of talent, but I didn't know how well we were going to match up. This is my first year doing it, and we came out strong. You know, the beginning, the first 4 games, now 4-0. It's been awesome seeing them improve, and I've really enjoyed working with them. All
right, well, you know what? These guys have been around. They were playing. Some of them were playing in the fall,
yep.
And you know, just like Clark Wright's team. Hey, Clark, big sexy. Hey, Nick. Anyway, you guys, they took over a team that was at least a half a season in, right. And they turned the team around. It seems like you're on the path to do the same thing with these guys.
Yeah, it's been good, man. Like I said, I didn't even know really much of how the team did last season. I just kind of went into it assuming that I was going to see what happens, and then I was actually surprised to find out they didn't do that well last year because they're working well as a team. The talent's there. Like I said, man, I want to be with this team for multiple seasons. I don't just want to do this one.
Okay.
You know, I want to see these guys grow and be with them, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so some of your games you have a couple of come from behind wins.
Yeah.
So, you know, that builds character. That helps build the character of the team. You know, when the guys are together and they are able to achieve success, when they snatch victories from the jaws of defeat, right. That's an ego boost for them.
Yeah, so the first 2 games we came out and blew the other team out, right? It was like 10-0 one game, 12-0. So I was like, okay, we can do that. The team wasn't that great, but we had, you know, can we come from behind? Can we, like you said, you know, overcome adversity? And we did that twice, not only once last week, but twice. The first game, I forget the exact score we came from behind. We won 5-4, but same thing. It was a walk-off win. Then, again, I said, all right, let's not get too high on that. Let's come out strong in the second game. We didn't really do that. Gave up 6 runs. And then that's when I was like, all right, if we can come from behind here, then I know we're, you know, firing on all cylinders. I know we're working as a team. And we did. We came from behind. We ended up winning 8-7.
Okay.
Which was awesome, yeah.
So now tell me, in that first game, from what I understand, Ben, we don't say last names. Remember, everybody's last name here is Eagle. Because, you know, it's none of your business what their last names are. All right? So it's Ben Eagle. So let's say it like that. Mm-hmm. So Ben came in and he drove in the 6th inning. He drove in the winning run.
Yeah.
So where was Jeff? Jeff was on Jet.
Jet.
I got it. Jet. He runs like a jet.
On second base, I believe.
He was on second base.
It was
and
first
knocked
or second, yeah. And then he came all the way from, I don't know if it was first or second. I got to look at the scorebook. But yeah, he scored the winning run.
All right, that's
that
cool.
was awesome to see. Yeah,
that's
it was
cool.
fun. I was excited that game.
And in the second game against those Bulldogs, we had a 4th inning rally. From what I understand, the game was at that time it was 6-6, and Jake, you had a bunch of contributors, but yeah, Jake hit a inside the park.
Grand slam.
I mean, like,
slam.
What he did?
Awesome.
Now tell me, did he hot dog it? Did he walk around the bases?
No, he was.
Did he actually run? He busted.
Yeah, it was close. It was a close play.
Right, because no hot dogging out there, guys. We don't play that here in Eagle Land. You know, we got to fly around those bases. Yeah. So he did his thing, right?
Yeah, that was great.
And then you the whole team contributed, but you also had contributions from Harrison, Henry, John Winston. Hey, John! John is over there smiling and everything like that. He's got his bat on his shoulder. What are you going to do with that bat next week, huh?
I'm going to smash
You're going to smash it. He says he's going to smash it. Did you hear that, folks? He said he's going to smash it.
We had Bryce close
Bryce,
out
yeah, I
the
was just
game.
saying, he closed out the game for a save.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was key. The biggest thing right now is we have 5 guys, at least 5 guys that can pitch.
Okay,
well.
5.
And that's the only 5 that I've even tried. We haven't had other guys go out there, so that's huge for us. I feel like if we can pitch, I know the hitting will get even better. It should be a fun season.
All right. Well, I know you guys are getting ready to get in the gym to do your swing outs and everything that's going on. But I have to tell you, this 8U team, it's not 8U North, South, East, or West. It's just 8U. 8U Eagles. Remember, first names don't matter. Last name is always Eagle around here. And this is a good group of guys. I'm sure that they have a good group of parents that are behind them. Absolutely. And you know what? It's going to get even better. As they win, everybody wins. I mean, these are the young guys, and they do their thing. We appreciate you for making the commitment to come in here and show the rest of the city what Yorkville baseball is all about. And you know what? We fly high. I don't want to go into it because we're going to close out with that. But we know what we do with these talents, right? Teams, like, rub them off, All right, so Rob.
Yes.
I said, I'm getting ready to call him Ron again. All right. Mack Truck, thank you for coming in. This is the first time here. Let's not make this your last time, all right?
Not at all.
Okay, Yorkville, we'll be right back. His team is playing strong right now. They won both their games. They had they played 2 different teams, but it doesn't even really matter. They played the New York Sluggers, and they knocked them out. They beat them 5-4 in the first game, and then they played the Bulldogs. I won't say the name, but you guys know who he is. But anyway, they played the Bulldogs, and they put the smackdown on those young Bulldogs 8-6. So 5-4 victory against the Sluggers and 8-6. And let's see. John sent us in some information. They said they continue to remain undefeated in the first game. The Sluggers. Now, mind you guys, I want you guys to know, we don't say last names of our players. We know them all by their first names. And as far as we're concerned, all the players' last name is Eagle. That's it. So John Eagle, Ron Eagle, whatever, it's all Eagle. Why? Because it's none of your business what their last names is. We don't want you to know their last names. If you know the guys, you know the guys. But anyway, here we go. All right, so in the first game, they played the Sluggers in the first game, and Ben, in the 6th inning, drove Jet home for the winning walk-off run. I mean, I guess Jet was on second or third base, or I don't know if he got all the way around, but he was in scoring position, and Ben did his job. So Ben, Jet, good job. That's how we do it. Put that work down. In the second game against the Bulldogs, in the 4th inning, we had a 4th inning rally. The game was tied 6-6, and then Jake, he had his second home run of the season. Now Jake hit a home run, I guess, last week. We only played 2 weeks, was it? Something like that. But Jake, he did it again. He had his another inside the park home run, and I'm quite sure that feels good when you can get around the bases. Can you run? Can you really run fast? I don't know. I gotta clock you. We gotta clock you when you come in here and find out what's going on. But he hit his second home run of the season, and in a inside the park grand slam, and that's how they do it in these. Youth ball. Sometimes there are no fences, so if he hit the ball over the outfielder's head and he made it all the way around the home plate, hey, you know what? He deserves to say that he hit a grand slam, because that's what inside the Parker anyway. And we added 2 more runs in the 5th inning. Harrison and Henry. On John and Jet singles, the Eagles went ahead by that point. They were already ahead. And then Bryce came in the 6th inning to earn the save. So, we have Bryce doing his thing. We have Jet doing his thing. John was doing his thing. Henry did his thing. Harrison did his thing. Ben did his thing. Jake did his thing. The whole team did their thing. I'm quite sure that it was a team effort, and we just have to say hats off to all of those boys. Thank you, John, for sending in this information. And Ron, hey, Rob, just keep up the good work, man. And these are our youngest 8-year-old guys down there. They're little tiny mites. They're about this big, and that's what we do. You know, and as Eagles, you know what we do as Eagles? This is what we do.
Quote Joe Patrick again. We are Eagles, and we swoop down, we shake other teams up.
But as Eagles, we fly higher than anybody else. And we come down on whole teams with our talents, and we grab them by the talents, and we shake them around like those Titans, and we shake them up to bring about the best possible travel baseball program in the land. That's the Yorkville Eagles. And if you want to hear more about us Eagles and all the programs that Yorkville has to offer, all you have to do is just log on to yyaa.org. Click on the program of your choice. You can follow the Eagles. We do have an Eagles section, a travel section. You can follow the Eagles. Or you can just call us at 212-360-0022. We're registering for the fall now. I know it's early, but you got to get yourself in there quick because we might run out of room and you might not be able to get a spot on one of our teams. Our rec league is big and everything like that. So, you know, do it early. So for Arlene Verger, I'm Joe Patrick. Clark, maybe we'll come in a week later or something like that. Maybe we'll even get Rob, if he comes in, we'll try to get some interview time with him. But until then, we'll see you next week. You know what to do. Just dial in. See you later. Okay.